Video finds you. This is your good old great guy, Dr. Cortez descends, and just another Thursday thought. I'm sitting here in the city of Dallas, of the state of Texas, Dallas, Texas, absolutely, of course, and just taking some days away, realizing and asking myself this Thursday thought that I pose on the screen here, just to ask yourself, do you enjoy yourself? And you have to really examine yourself. I mean, just literally ask yourself. But before I even get started, how about you share this video to someone that you know that would definitely benefit from asking them? Because sometimes videos, questions, things that we pose from other people, even those little posters that we kind of put out in different quotes and stuff, are the things that we would love to share with people or tell people, or we might not have the guts or the courage to tell them, or it's not so much about courage. They probably just can't hear you because people tend to listen to who they want to. So if you could just press subscribe on the YouTube, share the video instantly, or just kind of tag whatever, I really appreciate it. Because when I think about this subject, to ask yourself, do you enjoy yourself? You know, and my thing is, if you don't enjoy yourself, please don't be retarded, and or just don't become retarded. Okay, I'm not calling anyone that you're a retarded person. That's something totally different. But when you think about the question of being retarded, or the definition of being retarded, retardation is the action of delaying or slowing the progress or development of anything that's in progress. So the action of delaying or slowing the progress or the development of something. So when you think about yourself, have you been delaying any progress, any development, any actions of yourself? And a lot of people, if you really think about it and you do a self-examination, you are pretty much saying, do I know how to enjoy myself? Okay. Now, I'm not saying bringing pleasure to yourself. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not talking about anything goes beyond that. But just in these couple minutes, my thought is to you, because I was thinking about this even to myself, like, I'm so wrapped up in the mundane routine of getting things done, reaching goals, um, vision boards, building curriculum, and things like that. But when you do sit down and be like, okay, let me just regroup, let me decompress, let me pull myself back and see, can I just enjoy myself without feeling like I need to go a different route? Or do I know how to just progress and move forward on something, and I may not be just as great? I don't know, but a lot of us, we go far in things, and we get so wrapped up in our regular routine that just the simple things in life, we do not know how to have fun. We need to have events. We need to have a vacation. We need to create something to help us get us to those simple things. And what if those things are not always in place? What if the finances are not there for you to create a timeshare? What if it's not in place for you to have a car to drive around? If I had this, then I'd feel better. If I had this type of money, then I'd be able to do this. I had those freedoms. If I had this right, all these if I had. But what about, can you enjoy yourself to say, let me just take myself for a walk. Let me enjoy the person that has walked through a lot of triumphs in life, that walked through a lot of different victories. Let me let me just enjoy laughing at the different things that I find is very comical. Let me be able to look around and say, I'm really a very silly person, and I love that thing about me. I or let me rate myself. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times I would sit down and I would take a sheet of paper, and then I would be like, let me give myself a rating. We want to review, you rate, say everything else and everybody else. But do we know how to rate ourselves? Like 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What would you rate your love for yourself, your enjoyment? Or are you always working? Are you always in the figure or in the roles of something, acting? I'm not saying you being an actor, but you're acting actively in the role that you're in, and you're so much into the activity of things that when it comes to you, so you can be able to say, let me just learn how to chill, you don't know how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been there for some years. And the things that I find funny or fun or relaxing, I will probably not even get to do those things because I've put myself back on a regular routine schedule and I don't know how to regroup, which means the people that I'm serving, the people that I'm helping, when I need to be a dad, when I need to be a son, when I need to be a brother, when I need to be an uncle, when I need to be a goddad, when I need to be all these different things, I'm not really giving them 100% because I haven't spent time to know how to enjoy myself. So guess what? I'm maybe operating in a sphere of being retardation, because I am just I'm activating. I'm acting like I'm in slow progress, delaying the progress. My development is not fully there, and we actually say those things without trying not to say them because we don't want to look like that person. We say, well, I'm not being myself. I'm not 100. So we need to go ahead and grab some caffeine to give us that boost because we don't rest. We don't know how to relax. We can't even tell anybody the last time that we watch a nice film and what is about these films that I like. Hey, I like the comics. Hey, I like, you know, sci-fis. I like, the suspense, the horrors. I like to go to the drive-in. And you look at that, looking at that, that thought process, like, what is it about that? What is it about just sitting by the pool and relaxing? Now, when you really look at it, you may say, well, that's just water. You're right, but it's giving me a chance to be disconnected to all the stuff that I committed to, everything that I said yes to, more than what I even need to, which makes you overwhelmed when you say yes to too many things, committed to too many things. That when it's time to just deal with just the simplicity ways of life, you can't even enjoy yourself. When was the last time that you were able to call someone without needing them and say, I just want to call them just so I can just enjoy them? I just like the company. And you can just say, hey, I didn't want anything. I just want to enjoy your company. I just want to sit down with you and just have some tea. So this is not even a long Thursday thought. I'm just thinking, I'm just like, do we act like we retarded? Are we in retardation mode? Or we say stuff like arrested development. Is our development arrested? And this is, of course, it goes back into the mental health and psychology and the different philosophies and all the nuances of how things are in different categorical places that I'm not really getting into like that today, but more so just a thought. Do you know how to enjoy yourself? Do you know how to be like, this is simple. I know how to just get some Uno cards and just play games with myself. There's reasons why we have little games and little digital things in your phone, because it shows you can you still be competitive? Can you comprehend? Can you do puzzles? And can you work some things out that keeps you sharp, that keep you smart? Can you really count your number backwards? So it may sound kind of nerdy. Yeah, there's a big nerd I am, absolutely. But when it all boils down to, if you was in a conversation with other people that is not connected to your regular church, your regular organization, your regular circles and influences, what would they discover about you? Can they say, that's a really fun person and I don't even know you? And you don't owe me nothing. You didn't buy nothing from me. I'm not in this relationship just to gain a rapport, just to go ahead and get a sale. So can you enjoy yourself? And ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot enjoy yourself, let's reevaluate and let's examine the things that make you happy. What makes you happy? You have to make something happen. You have to figure out those things that take you to places that didn't cost you nothing, but it blessed you. All right. So many times as I close, if you really think about it, most things that we do that we say, well, I really enjoy myself, it was based upon an event. It was based upon something that had to be created. It was based upon something that had to amuse you. All right. They had to stimulate you to say, I think that would be fun if I go ahead and go down this sliding board, but I have to go out of town to do it. Let me get some money. Now it sounds like, oh, this sounds like a production. Oh man, how much is it going to cost? How much is this? And then before you know, you be like, I'm doing all of this just to have some fun. But they have parks that doesn't cost anything. It just costs for you to make some time. It costs for you to call it quality. Make it valuable. Make that moment valuable. Make it valuable enough to be like, every evening, I may just buy me some ice cream. I may just have a snack and sit at the park and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy people watching, not judging, not being critical, but just enjoying them. So, forward to someone, ask them, are you enjoying yourself? Or Are you doing too much? A lot of people are not happy. There are a lot of miserable people. You know what the answer is, ladies and gentlemen? They're not happy people. They don't enjoy themselves. And I am going to increase all of that. So then I am well leveled, well balanced. I had somebody ask me, and they go, I said, well, I'm going to take some days off for me because it's been some long months. Those that get it are like, yeah, do that for yourself. That's called self-care. Other people need to hear other events. Well, what are the reason why you're going there? Do I have to have a reason to go there just to enjoy myself? They have to hear, well, maybe it's a conference. Well, maybe it's not a conference. Maybe it's $85 that I would normally buy or pay for a meal that I want to book a room that has these amenities. Pool, spa, all the things that come with this particular hotel. It doesn't mean I'm going to connect with somebody. This is just for myself. All right. We normally only do things like that when it's connected to some type of event or I got to be obligated somewhere. But how about this as I end? What if there's no obligations to any of those things? But I'm going to obligate myself to have self-care and make sure that I enjoy myself. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. Don't forget to subscribe. You can go to my website, www.drcortezdescends.com. Order the books that are on there. They are phenomenal. There are going to be more videos, things like this. So please share. Let people know that, hey, I know what you really need to do. You need to start enjoying yourself. You know? I like the song by Michael Jackson, um, you know, on the wall and off the wall. And, we don't know how to enjoy ourselves. We don't know how to have a good time and just deal with the simplicity of things. Very simple, just enjoy people, just enjoy how people think and just play a couple of games and you'll be surprised. Oh my goodness, I haven't did this in so long. And that's some enjoyment that didn't cost you anything but some valuable creativity and some valuable love and some valuable time for yourself so you can continue being the best you've ever met and that you've ever seen. All right. Love you all. Take care. Take charge.